So welcome back to another episode of MLB 17, the show, Red Sox franchise mode, and today we'll be covering Game 17 and also to Game number 19 in a 3-game series against Baltimore Orioles. So far we have played them against once in the series back at home, Fenway Park. I remember last time out, I think we beat them in the series finale 2-1. So here we are in the Oriole Park. So far our record is 9-7, and the Baltimore Orioles is having a record of 8-6. If you guys can do the math, so far we are 2 games ahead of Baltimore Orioles. So here is the 2 main players of both teams. Dustin Pedroia and Manny Machado. Here's Alberto Jimenez. So far got 2 starts with a record 0-1. With the ERA 2.31, so far he pitched 11.2 innings, allows 4 hits, 4 walks, strikeout 8. Here's the starting lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. Batting first is Quick Gentry. Batting second is Adam Jones, Manny Machado, Mark Trumbo, Chris Davis, Jonathan Scope, Wellington Castillo, Chris Davis, and also Chris Johnson, and also J.J. Hardy. Here's the stat for David Price. This is his 4th start. So far his record is 1-1 with an ERA of 4. He pitched 18 innings, allowed 21 hits, 3 walks, and also strikeout 7. Here's a starting lineup for my team, the Boston Red Sox. The only alteration is Jackie Bradley Jr. Bracco is going to replace him, and Benintendi is shift to center field. So Alberto Jimenez has a wonderful, fantastic game in this game. So he struck out Bracco with a pitch that is outside. His 1-1 pitch to Dustin Pedroia. He grounds 1 to shortstop, and Taylor made to short. First for a double play to end the innings. At the top of the 4th, 1-2 pitch to Mitch Moore, Alberto Jimenez going to strike him out with a splitter at the bottom of the zone. So as Xander Bogaerts, again the splitter is very effective in this game. Bracco goes down for the 2nd time. Again, a pitch that is outside, but this time inside the zone. Mookie Betts flies 1 up high to Great Gentry. He is right there, make a very spooky catch. Pablo Sandoval hits 1 line drive towards the gap of right center field, but Adam Jones right there to get out of jam. So at the bottom of the 4th inning, Mark Trumbo steps up with an 0-0 pitch. The first pitch he saw, he hits 1 a high fly ball, and no doubt home run to the center field right in front of a huge wall for a home run, a 2-run home run for Mark Trumbo. That's his 6th home run of the season. He hits that one really hard. The ball travels 428 feet, and they are taking a 2-0 lead. And a very, very bad located splitter, I think, a breaking ball at the middle of the zone. Mark Trumbo, of course, is going to take that as an advantage. Puts 1 towards the center field for the home run. So at the bottom of the 5th inning, David Price gave up another run, pass, diving Pablo Sandoval, bases loaded. 1 run is going to score. So before I don't really want to spoil this moment, but of course this inning we were absolutely terrible. The bullpens and also David Price, and of course I made a lot of stupid mistakes, bad judgment. So here again, towards the gap every time. Every hit they got in this inning is also, a lot of them are ground balls towards the gap. It's very unlucky. So here's Joe Kelly, pitch a very bad located pitch, wild pitch. 1 run is going to score. Now the score is 7-0. Again, a ground ball towards the gap to Mookie Betts. 1 run is going to score. That's 8-0 to Baltimore Orioles. A very devastated inning, of course, but I still have to commentate it. Manny Machado hits 1 to Benintendi. 2 runs are going to score. Now the score is 9-0 or 10-0. Oh yeah, that is 10-0. So Chris Johnson lines 1 to Bracco. The runner from second is going to score that pretty easily. So far in this inning, we gave up 9 runs. A very, very bad game for us so far. So he's Mitch Moreland with a man on third. Dustin Pedroia is going to score with a base hit, line drive to Craig Gentry. That's 11-1. But still, Baltimore Orioles is taking the lead. And at the bottom of the sixth inning, I have no idea why Mitch Moreland is going to let that. A flare, fly ball, a liner to him. He decided to not to catch that. Of course, that's the MLB 17 strategy. Make some stupid, silly mistakes. And of course, I made another stupid mistake as well here with Joe Kelly tossing the ball back to home plate. Chris Davis is going to score. Again, we gave up another base hit to the Baltimore Orioles players. So, once you click, at that moment I just knew this game we are not going to win anything, but we are trying. But I'm trying my best to kind of do whatever I can to close the gap of the score. So in the ninth inning, of course the last inning, I am looking forward for the last out. Brocco is going grounds one to J.J. Hardy. A double play to end the first game of the series against Baltimore Orioles. They're fantastic, especially in the sixth inning. Well, they are both good and both bats for our team. We just couldn't get an out at the fifth inning. Of course, David Price is having a terrible game. Also, Joe Kelly. I have no idea why I still put him into the game, despite that we are, getting worse in this game. But Pablo Sandoval picks up an injury with a flexor strain. So I have no idea why. I think I called up Josh Rutledge. Yes, Josh Rutledge is going to play for us. And I also called up a unrealistic rookie called Clint Hart. He is going to be a bench for today. So here's the lineup. A premature lineup before the game. So our record is 9-8. And Orioles is 9-6. Fantastic game for them. Hopefully we will not get beaten so badly this time. So we jump back to the game 2 between the series of Boston Red Sox and Baltimore Orioles. Again, during the commercial, Dustin Pedroia and also Manny Machado are going to be in front of the camera. So Dylan Bundy is going to start. He faced Red Sox once before he picked up the win last time out. So here is Dylan Bundy. So far, he has a fantastic season. His record is 2-0 with ERA 3.18. Here's the lineup for the Baltimore Orioles, slightly changed compared to the last time out. Adam Jones, Jonathan Scope, Manny Machado, Mark Trumbo, Chris Davis, Pedro Alvarez, and also the other players. I am not going to mention them. So here is Rick Porcello, the former Cy Young in 2016. So Boston Red Sox lineup right here is Betts, Benintendi, Pedroia, Hanley Ramirez, Mitch Moreland, Sander Bogaerts, Chris Young, Sandy Leon, and also Brock Holt, who is having a terrible game so far. So at the top of the first inning, Andrew Benintendi is going to hit one line drive to the right field for a home run, a hanging breaking ball, a slider inside the zone. Of course, and Andrew Benintendi is going to take that advantage. That's his first home run of his young season. The ball travels 378 feet far. So look at that once again. Great contact, but a very, very bad located pitch by Dylan Bundy. So the Red Sox is taking 1-0 lead. So at the top of the third inning, with man on first and second, Dustin Pedroia steps up. He hits the first pitch that he sees. Mookie Betts is going to score. Just beat the throw, not very easily, but we are taking a 2-0 lead. So at the bottom of the fourth inning, Pedro Alvarez going to hit that past Brock Holt. So I would count that as an E5, but in MLB 17 to show they're going to count as a base hit. I don't really care, but so far they have. So they took one back. 2-1 game so far. So here's Seth Smith lines one to Mookie Betts. Runner from second is going to score. So they tie the game to 2-2. A great base hit for Seth Smith. Great contact. Not a mediocre pitch, but again in this inning we gave up 3 runs. So why not? So runner from second is going to score. That's a double for J.J. Hardy. So in the 9th inning, here's Josh Rutledge, who just caught up today to replace Pablo Sandoval. He's going to flies one to Mark Trumbo to end the second game of the series. The Baltimore Orioles takes game 2. So not the best start, not the best game. So not the best game that we played in this series. It was terrible, I can say. So Secreton's going to close that one down. So Dustin Pedroia picks up another injury with a shin problem. So here is the game finale against Baltimore Orioles. A slightly change to our starting lineup. Andrew Benintendi, Clint Hart is going to start in his first Major League debut. So Clint Hart is, let me repeat once again, Clint Hart is a player who was not supposed to be in the 40-man roster, but I picked him up from his contract, selected his contract to play for the big leagues, because when I look back to the depth of the roster, not many outfielders that are currently in the 40-man squad for the Red Sox. I have Sesky, a player that I am pretty unfamiliar with. So I am going to decide to acquire a new outfielder from the free agency. I think probably after this game. So here's Eduardo Rodriguez. So if I got 3 starts with record 2-0, his ERA is kind of high, 3.93. He pitched 18.1 innings. So let me repeat the starting lineup once again. Andrew Benintendi, Clint Hart, who is going to play in his debut. Hanley Ramirez, Mitch Warren, Sandy Bogarts, Chris Young, Sandy Leon, Marco Hernandez, and Brock Hope. So at the top of the first inning, Adam Jones is going to hit one, a high fly ball to left field, right over the wall for a home run. That's the second home run of the season for Adam Jones. The ball travels 347 feet. A very careless located pitch at the top of the strike zone, and the Baltimore Orioles is taking a 1-0 lead. So here is Chris Davis. He's going to hit one, a high fly ball to the center fielder, Andrew Benintendi, but he is going to lox that one over the wall for a home run. The ball is in the stands. I know that home run. That's the first home run for Chris Davis, which I am pretty surprised. He is a home run hitter, but I predicted that probably he should have 4 to 5 home runs so far. But nevertheless, they are taking a 2-0 lead with 2 home runs. So we are kind of devastated with the home run. We always give a lot of home runs, which is pretty abnormal. So here's Warren Gasman, the Baltimore Orioles ace. He has a fantastic game. He pitched, I think, 7 innings or 8 innings. So at the top of the third, Andrew Benintendi goes down on strike for the second time. Here's Hanley Ramirez, goes down on strike with a slider at the bottom of the zone. Not the best pitch to swing at. Here's Mitch Morton, got strikeout again with a slider. Here is Chris Young, got strikeout with a fastball up high for the second out. Here's Sandy Leon, 0-2 pitch to him. He is going to strike out again, and Benintendi goes down for the third time. It's Chris Young, a splitter inside the zone. So that's 9 strikeout for Kevin Gausman. Here's at the bottom of the at the top of the ninth, Henry Ramirez is going to drive a run from third, but of course we couldn't do much in the end. Zach Britton is going to get center. Bogarts pops one high up, right in front of the mound. Wellington is going to catch that one pretty easily to finish the finale of the series played between the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. I am very, very disappointed with the result. We basically got swept with a boom by the Baltimore Orioles. Of course, the starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman, earns the win, player of the match, well deserved. He pitched 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, with 9 strikeouts. So here's the final score, 2-1. I don't really like losing. Of course, everyone knows that losing is not a great feeling, but we are looking forward to the Yankee series, a great rivalry between those two. In the past 20 years, with A-Rod, Jason Varitek, and other players. So that's the end of the episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.